Hey guys, Jaws the Shark Reviews here, and today we're going to be doing yet another news video. This is actually the first news video for 2024, and yeah, anyways, we're gonna start off this year of news with a banger right here because we got a ton of new toy reveals and news and whatnot, just in the past week. Yeah, let's just recap on all this stuff. I'll go in order from the oldest news to the most recent, and yeah, let's get started here. So starting off, a few days or like five days ago now. Wow, time flies, but yeah, 5 days ago, uh, we got a first look at the upcoming Legacy United Deluxe Class Gears, and man, it's about time because for those who don't know, before Kingdom began, there was this artwork of all the different characters that were expected to be in the line, like have a figure in the line. And while most of them did get figures, there's only like a few that didn't, and that included Beast Wars Polar Claw and also Gears right here. And I think that might have been it. Maybe there was like another character or two, but finally, we got our first look at Gears, and yeah, so here's an image of a product image of Gears himself, and then him in his packaging. So let's start off here. Here he's in his packaging, and yeah, it does look pretty cool there. All the shots, and then there's the actual figure itself, and I gotta say, it does look pretty good. I know a lot of people, like there's some people like complaining for whatever reason about this figure. I don't know why. Because, I mean, keep in mind, this is based off the cartoon version of Gears. I mean, not that the toy one was much better. Actually, not really any better if you looked at that thing. But this, does gets the job done of recapturing the basic look of Gears in G1. Like in G1, there's no, like, exact design, like, for each of the characters because the animation errors and stuff. I mean, I know it's a little budget, but man, let's just admit G1's animation sucked. But yeah, because like the character models kind of, I mean, they never, I guess, necessarily changed, but like there's like one scene you had like an all blue Optimus, another you have Starscream with Autobot logos, and yeah. Or was it Starscream? It was one of the Seekers. I think it might have been Starscream, but so it's not too much for me. This is Gears, G1 Gears at least to me. And I'm just glad we're getting another mainline Gears figure because the last one was like in what 2013, 14, so it's been like 10, 11 years, and yeah, I think we're definitely due for new Gears, especially since we haven't gotten a G1 Gears that's been this accurate in the mainline because I'm pretty sure there's no Masterpiece Gears. Yeah, no, there's no Masterpiece Gears. At least not yet. Maybe we'll see 5, 10 years from now there might be, but not as of this recording in 2024. There is not. But yeah, pretty cool. There's the alt mode. Looks fine. The placement of the wheels do look a bit funny, um, but it looks pretty decent. And that's where I hear a lot more people complaining about is the alt mode. But I don't know. It looks like Gears to me. So yeah, that's pretty much it with that news. So I'm looking forward to getting this Gears. But now will he be actually be good in hand? Well, I'll have to see that for myself. Next up, we got a first look at an upcoming Legacy Armada Galvatron. Now, this actually wasn't revealed like in the typical way that a lot of reveals are made. It wasn't revealed officially by it was officially revealed by Hasbro, but at the same time, it wasn't the main focus. So this is actually revealed when Tidal Wave was like revealed with product shots because um, now you guys already know that months ago Tidal Wave was officially revealed by Hasbro, but they didn't have actual like product shots of him up. They just showed him off at like some convention or something, and was it like Malaysia, Singapore? I forgot, but yeah, they showed off there, and we saw what he looked like, but we never actually got proper product images of him, and he wasn't up for pre-order, but now he is. So with that, we also saw his packaging, and on the back, this is what many saw. So they used it's pretty typical of Hasbro and other toy companies to use other toys as kind of examples for certain features. In this case, it's for the power up mode from the Armada cartoon, and because Tidal Wave, parts of them combined onto Megatron slash Galvatron, and so they're just using this as a demonstration for that. But but it's notable because they didn't just use the Legacy Evolution Armada Megatron, but rather the Galvatron Redeco, and we haven't seen that figure officially yet. I guess until now, but not a very clear. Well, we kind of got a clearish image, but it's still not clear enough. I mean, this is the initial photo that came out of it. As you can tell, this ain't very clear. And on the packaging too, we saw a little bit of Galvatron on the artwork. There it is. It's kind of all squished, but yeah. And this is the full image right here. You can tell it's getting a bit more clear here and shows what parts go onto him. And then the next one though was added later, and this one's definitely a lot more clear. You can see that he really is just a repaint of the Armada Megatron, which is expected. I mean, that's all he was. He was just a redeco, just to sell toys and in order to keep the trademark going. But what's interesting is on the side there, it says Armada Megatron sold separately and not Armada Galvatron. So that's a bit of a typo. That makes me wonder if maybe that's just for on this Tidal Wave packaging, or possibly maybe they're just going to brand as Megatron for whatever reason. But I hope not, because that could be very confusing. So you got the one Armada Megatron that's green, and then the other one that's purple and white. Yeah, I seriously hope that they brand as Galvatron, but they probably will. If they don't, we'll still call him Galvatron because we all know which version it really is. So there's that. Then we got some images of the upcoming Gen Selects Autobot Multi-Pack Trailbreaker. So I didn't talk about this on my channel because this news was reported in the time between this news video and the last one I made, which was like last month, maybe November. But anyways, so I'm going to explain for you guys now. You probably already know about, but if you don't, so basically there's these listings that Hasbro's going to make for the 40th anniversary of the Transformers franchise this year, a Autobot 5-pack, like, of the deluxe Autobots. So it's going to include 86 Jazz, Earthrise Wheeljack, Earthrise Trailbreaker, and then Earthrise Sunstreaker, and then the 86 Hound figure, which apparently got canceled, that and Hatchet. Bit of a bummer, because apparently the sales of the deluxes and Buzzworthy Bumblebee weren't doing too good. So they canceled the two original figures they had, and people would have bought. And so yeah, so apparently now they're going to include it in this exclusive pack, which I'm not too big with. I mean, it's a cool idea, but as long as we still get 86 Hound by himself, and hopefully we still get Hatchet. But anyways, so moving on to Trailbreaker himself right here. Yeah, this is basically our first look at one of the figures, and so it seems like they took the Earthrise Trailbreaker mold. I mean, that's pretty much all it is. But all they did was just give him more cartoon accurate colors, because the original one was just like straight out black, but this one's kind of like a very dark gray. Yeah, as you can see the comparison there, so it's a lot more accurate to the Sunbow model. But yeah, I think he does look pretty nice. And I actually don't own the Trailbreaker because, I mean, outside of Wave 1 of Earthrise, there was like the other waves weren't on the shelves. I think it had something to do with the pandemic, I think, because Earthrise was in 2020. That was the 2020 mainline for Transformers, but unfortunately, because of the pandemic, the distribution of waves 2 and 3, and I don't know if there was a fourth wave, I think it got scrapped. But yeah, waves 2 and 3 had odd distribution. I think I got Sunstreaker, but that was like through a mail delivery, not through going into the store. So I might get this just for a few of the figures, but I don't know. But anyways, yeah, this is a pretty cool looking Trailbreaker. Just want to show this off real quick. So yeah, there's that. We also got our first look at the upcoming Studio Series Bumblebee movie Sunstreaker, because there were listings for him for this year. Now, if you're wondering, wait a minute, Jaws, Sunstreaker never showed up in the Bumblebee movie. And while you are correct, there is concept art of Sunstreaker, just like what they did with Megatron, because he didn't appear in the movie, nor did Rumble. But they're getting figures. Well, I think there's already people that got them, like a lot of big reviewers. I haven't seen those figures yet. Of course, I'll get them when I see them, but yeah, so they're doing the same thing, just now with Sunstreaker, and yeah, so it creates more characters now for your Autobot army in terms of the Bumblebee movie universe. So, hey, that's cool. So, yeah, now we got a first look at that figure, and I gotta say, he doesn't look that bad. I could say, he could use a little more paint. It doesn't look like he's got any wrist swivels, so that's a bit of a bummer. But overall, I think it looks pretty neat in robot mode, and I do love that head sculpt. That's a nice looking head sculpt. And the alt mode's fine, but I'd say this mode definitely needs more paint. But then again, it's supposed to be a Cybertronian car, so it's supposed to look a bit odd, I guess. And I've seen some people say this kind of reminds them of the RD 2015, like an RD 2015 figure, and especially in this mode. And yeah, I will agree, it does look like one of those cars, but it's not really a bad thing. I do like the how the hubcaps look, and then there's his gun, and yeah, that's pretty much it for that. This is like between this and Gears, they're probably the biggest reveals we've seen this week. Because I mean, there's straight up figures we have not seen yet, and they're new molds, and now we get good looks at them. So, yeah, I will say I'm pretty excited for this Sunstreaker because, I really love these Bumblebee movie concept art characters, and yeah, I'm looking forward to see what else they're doing. I think there's also listings for a Frenzy, which isn't too surprising because you can't have a Rumble without a Frenzy, or a Frenzy without Rumble. And yeah, it's just like with the Seeker thing, pretty much. But yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing what else they're gonna do with that concept art idea. Maybe we'll get some. Maybe we'll get that cursed Megatron 2007 Megatron figure where he's got the eyes where his cheeks should be. But yeah, we'll see. And the news still keeps going because we got yet another leak. We got a possible first look at a Masterpiece movie Brawl figure. So yeah, here's the image right here. And yeah, so as you can tell, it's got very odd coloring. That's because, again, it's a prototype. But yeah, I think there's a very good chance that this is definitely a prototype for an NPM Brawl. And yeah, based on the mold, he does look pretty cool. Obviously, the coloring's not cool, but the mold itself looks pretty nice. And yeah, it kind of, I'm kind of getting the vibe that is, official. So we'll see. It looks like this was taken on the floor of someone's kitchen. So, but yeah, that's pretty much it for that. Not much else to say. But hey, we'll see. But as it says on here, take it with a grain of salt. But I think there's a very good possibility of it being official. And there's no robot mode photos, it's just the tank. But we could still tell that's Brawl. Even if it's fake, we could tell that's obviously 2007 Brawl. So, yeah, there's that. And last but not least, after all this news that we've gotten regarding these figures and listings and reveals, we got a bunch of new listings right here for some upcoming figures. Yeah, let's get started. So let's see. So we got, starting off here, we got Transformers Generation Selects Deluxe 3-pack Treads, Pathfinder, and Smallfoot. I think that's like, so you see in the middle of the screen right here, there's all these like characters like repaints and mini-bots. I think those are some of them. That's my guess. I have no clue who those characters are. And the next, Target, Transformers Buzzworthy Bumblebee Generations Studio Series 2-pack, Voyager 86 Ratchet and Deluxe A6 Brawn Battle Damage. Now, that one's not a surprise. As the second we got that Ironhide and Prowl 2-pack, I knew they were definitely going to make a Ratchet and Brawn very soon. So, especially since now we got those figures out of the way, so I knew they'd instantly do battle damage one. Let's see, Transformers, Optimus Prime, and Autobot Bullseye. Yeah, apparently that's gonna be like uh, an Optimus Prime decoed as like a target truck, and then it comes with like a redeco of the Micromaster Ravage mold, but I think it's like the Siege one, the Earthrise one, that Ravage, and it's gonna be redecoed as Bullseye, the mascot for Target, and even though Ravage is supposed to be a cat and honestly Bullseye's a dog, so yeah. But yeah, it's gonna be they're gonna use the Laser Optimus Prime cab, but then just use the Earthrise trailer for that Target Prime. Pretty interesting. I still hope we get that Amazon Optimus Prime figure, because I think they were gonna make that, but then they scrapped that and just ended up making the generic one that they came out with that uses the Christmas Prime mold. But yeah, and then we got listings for Walmart as well. So we got Generations Retro Optimus Prime. So it's going to be that Optimus Prime figure, the G1 Optimus Prime figure, but it's going to have the cartoon accurate colors. And it does note that the trailer is included, which is pretty notable because the last Optimus Prime reissue that we got in 2019, which was also a Walmart reissue, had no trailer. It was the first G1 Optimus reissue that did not have a trailer in it. And the more disappointing fact is that us collectors have spent $50 on it just for the cab. Oh man. But I get why it is $50 because of the nostalgic factor, but still I think that was a little overpriced. Like with a trailer, I think that could justify it like near perfectly, but with just the cab, it's like, come on. But at least now we're getting a trailer, just hopefully it doesn't cost double the price. But we'll see. And there's also Generations Retro Bombshell and Ramhorn, so I guess we're getting reissues of those characters. It looks like to be a 2-pack, maybe, considering like they're on one listing there. And then there's an update, too. They got Legacy Star Seekers Deluxe Road Pig. And apparently it's a retool of the Crash Bar mold. I can't keep up with all these other character names. I think Crash Bar, though, uses the Legacy RC mold. That's the one in the Toxtron collection. And we got an Amazon listing here, too. We got Generations Mayhem, Voyager, Bludgeon, and Deluxe Ruckus. So, Bludgeon is one actually I missed out on because apparently that wave just didn't show up. Well, I mean, the other Voyager figure did show up. It was one of those Junkion ones, but I never saw Bludgeon, so hopefully maybe this way I can get him, and then Ruckus, well, I don't know who that is, maybe, I think at the top there, oh yeah, it looks like one of the Micromasters. And then finally, a general retail update, we got Legacy United Leader Soundwave, so it's apparently a repaint of the Earthrise Soundwave, so hey, finally, now maybe other people can get that figure, hopefully, as long as it's not scalped again. If that comes out, I probably won't need it because I already got that figure, luckily, but at retail price as well. Yeah, that's pretty much it for all the listings. Pretty exciting stuff. I'm glad that they're bringing back the Earthrise Soundwave, even if it's slightly decoed a bit differently. Like, if it's more cartoon accurate deco, I might get it, but aside from that, I'm pretty much fine with the Netflix one, the Earthrise one that already came out. I'm still so lucky I found that figure, but I still do feel bad for those that missed out on the figure, so this is a good opportunity for those who missed out on it to get it, so I'm glad for that. And these other listings will be, interesting to see. I missed out on Legacy Bludgeon, so maybe now I can get them with this Amazon 2-pack. Just hope it ain't overpriced. But yeah, that's pretty much it for all the news today. We got a lot of toy news. A lot of them. And but we'll see where this goes in the coming weeks. Maybe we'll get another Fan First Friday again. I missed those because it's been quite a while since they've done them. Anyways, guys, make sure you guys like, subscribe, comment, share for more, and comment down below what you guys think of all this news. We got a lot of news here. But anyways, guys, as always, till all are one.